Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Network 27. I'm Alderman Burnett. Happy New Year's to everyone. Alderman of 27 Ward, as all of you know, Network 27 is a show that we put together for many years now, over 20 years, in order to keep people informed about what opportunities and resources that we have in the community, and also let you know what organizations that you can work with, not just in our ward, but throughout the city of Chicago. First of all, we like to thank God for allowing us to be here for another year. We also like to thank God for allowing us to be able to run again and not have an opponent. So you stuck with me for 4 more years. So we're very grateful for that. But also we want to thank everyone who helped us to put this show together. My producer, the camera folks, the people at the city who have been helping me to do this for so many years. This show is going to be showing in February. There's a lot of great things happening in February. As I talk to you right now, early voting probably have started. I'd like to encourage all of you to vote early because you never know how busy polling places are going to be. Some of you know from the last time polling places have gotten smaller, which means they all have more people now, and so it could get crowded. I think this is going to be a hot race, so I think a lot of people are going to vote. I hope that folks in the 27th Ward come out more than any other ward, because regardless of how the races go, numbers is power, right? We get power when we have numbers. Most likely this is going to be a runoff. Of course, I have to let you know I'm supporting the current mayor, Mayor Lori Lightfoot. I think she's done a lot of great things for the city of Chicago. She don't get recognized for it because they don't really publicize all of the good things she do. They only publicize some of the mishaps that she may have in public. So we're supporting her, and we're asking you to support her also. The treasurer don't have a race, the clerk don't have a race, and your alderman don't have a race. So we only dealing with the mayor's election. But we'll see what happened in the runoff, and then hopefully she make the runoff, and then the runoff, we'll deal with that when that time comes. If you need information on trying to get to your polling place or finding out where your polling place is, you can call our office at 312-432-1995. I'll see if I can get some rides for the senior citizens. So with that, I have some special guests here today. We have, and you know what, I forgot to get the names before we started, but we have some folks here from Bright Endeavors. It's a great organization that has moved to the ward for women. So I'm going to allow them both to introduce themselves. So can you introduce yourself?
Sure, absolutely. I'm Laura Zumdahl. I'm the president and CEO of New Moms and Bright Endeavors, which is our social enterprise of New Moms.
Fantastic. And?
I'm Jordin Press. I've been here twice. I'm a production assistant at New Moms, former team lead.
Former?
Team lead.
Okay. So Bright Endeavors, New Moms.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the difference?
Yeah, so New Moms is a nonprofit organization here in Chicago. We're a human service organization. This is our 40th anniversary year, so
really?
Big year. So we've been doing this work for a long time. But as the name kind of indicates, we really focus on young moms and their children. Mm-hmm. And for us, young moms are targeting young women who are pregnant or parenting age 24 or under, and their kids, and really supporting them as they pursue their hopes and their dreams. Many of our young moms that we work with are experiencing the impacts of poverty or housing instability in some ways, and so our programs and services are all aimed at supporting, kind of wrapping around the needs that they may have.
So what's the difference in that and Bright Endeavors?
Yeah, so one of the programs that we have at New Moms is a job training program. We've been doing job training since the late 90s, and over the years we've also developed a small business called Bright Endeavors, which is what we call a social enterprise. So a business with a social impact, but also has an economic engine that helps to support it. So our mission of Bright Endeavors is to provide great quality job training, and we do that by hiring young moms in our job training program. They help us manufacture candles, and we sell those candles then across the country, and the revenue that we make from those sales helps to support the program. So that social enterprise model is pretty cool, but that's a piece of the work that we have.
So the Bright Endeavors is the economic development piece?
Yeah, it's a social enterprise
social
of New
enterprise,
Moms. Exactly.
And New Moms is
the broader nonprofit organization.
Okay,
yeah.
fantastic. So why don't you tell us who you are?
Yeah.
And your title
So
again?
I'm the president and CEO of New Moms, and Bright Endeavors is a piece of that. And so I get the very great job of kind of helping make sure all of our work at New Moms moves towards our mission of supporting young moms and their kids, and that includes Bright Endeavors as a business
So how
too.
long have you been?
I am in my 10th year
Okay.
here at New Moms, yeah.
So you've been here for 10
yeah,
years?
almost 10 years, and have been part of really the development and getting to see New Moms grow, and Bright Endeavors grow over that time. We've probably quadrupled in size in those years, and so able to serve more young families and have a bigger impact.
Fantastic. So before that, what were you doing?
Yeah, my career has always been working in nonprofits here in Chicago, and so I've been at a number of other organizations in kind of nonprofit leadership roles, and then I came to New Moms almost 10 years ago.
Fantastic. So are you from Chicago?
I'm not from Chicago. I'm from a sheep farm in Northwest Illinois, so
Uh-oh,
a couple
okay.
hours away. So the exact opposite
We
of
have
Chicago.
sheep farms
We have
here?
sheep, very few,
Get
very
outta
few.
here. I
Yes,
never knew
yes.
that.
Well,
Oh, wow.
I know. I'm here to say that's true. That was a long time ago, but then I came to Chicago for college, grad school, stayed, and have been here ever since.
That's
And I
right.
love Chicago.
All right. So now I'm going to look at you and think about sheep, man.
Right?
Ain't
I
that
know.
something?
It's a little unique.
That's cool. So why don't you tell us about yourself?
I'm Jordin. I have a 1-year-old baby. His name is Kingston. He's a handful, but I love that baby to death. Bright Endeavors, well, New Moms, they really mean a lot to me. Natisha and Kathy, they play a big part in my life.
Before you say that, Jordin, tell us who Jordin is. Where do you live? Where you go to school? Where'd you grow up at? You know, people want to know who you are. Who they talking to? Who they listening to?
I grew up on the low end of Chicago, which is 39th and Lake Park.
Okay.
I went to Mushin College Prep downtown.
Yeah.
And then I went to, what's that school called? Wendell Phillips Academy. I graduated from there, high school. Elementary school, I went to Suter Montessori Magnet School.
So you went to school on the west side, then ended up going to school downtown and moving to the south side.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Wow, that's a journey,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, so I did a lot. I wouldn't say I come from a bad place, but living on the low end, it kind of, I don't know, it kind of formed me to be I gotta always defend myself type person. So, but being here, it kind of let loose with me. So I'm becoming a better person. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
How'd you get to New Moms?
From a different program called Urban Alliance. They it's another program called Urban Alliance. They do internships with high schoolers. So I did an internship with them, and then when I got pregnant, they was like, "Oh, it's a program called New Moms," and I was like, "Got you." And I just came and I did what I had to do. And this is my second time being in the program.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So your baby is 1 year old.
Mhm.
Okay, and Kingston is his name. Kingston
Yes.
is 1 year old.
Uh-huh.
And so New Moms help you to have some independence.
Yes.
So I know New Moms do a myriad of things.
Yeah.
You were saying, you was kind of touching on the history. You said New Moms started in the 90s?
We started in '83.
83,
Yeah,
oh my
'83.
God.
And our first program really in the '80s was housing, and we still do housing today. So
you were doing affordable housing, assisted housing.
Housing with supportive services around it as early as the '80s, and we still do. We now have two developments that we've created over the years that have a total of 58 apartments that house young moms and their kids who are experiencing homelessness. So, and then we serve a couple hundred more families out in the community every year as well too that are not living. We only have housing for 58, but a range of other families that live elsewhere. So we serve citywide.
So how do you serve them? You subsidize their rents, or
So in our housing program, we have programs with rent subsidized apartments, but also with supportive services, and so all of our residents have a coach and supportive opportunities around them. But we also have a number of other programs that provide a whole range of family support programs. So parent education, child development, parent support groups. We have doulas on staff that do prenatal education and birth support, and parent-child educators. So all folks that are really focused around helping moms and kids during this really critical period of their life. And then, of course, we have the job training program, which is where we're at today here, and that intersects with Bright Endeavors, our social enterprise. So Jordin came to be part of our job training program and has gotten that experience. And then as part of that, she's also worked at Bright Endeavors. And that gives folks an opportunity to, in Bright Endeavors, they get a chance to not just talk about having a job, but really practice having a job, right? It's a real job, it's a real business, it's something for your resume, it's you get paid, it's a real experience, and allows them to really practice the job skills that you talk about in a classroom setting, but in a real life environment.
Fantastic. So when a young lady come to New Endeavors, not necessarily, so you're not living in New Endeavors property? No.
Not in New Moms, no.
You live in independent of their property?
Yes.
So how does a young person who finds themselves needing their own apartment, because I find that sometimes young people, especially some young women, sometimes they parents sort of frown on them having a baby or getting pregnant or whatever the case may be, and they have challenges at home, right? And then they end up being homeless, right?
It's a critical moment.
Critical
when housing
moment.
Happens,
So how do a young person connect with you all?
Yep, a couple different ways, and you're right. It's actually one of the moments in which we see young people become homeless. One of the main moments in time is if they are parenting, when they become pregnant or have a child. That's a critical moment in which homelessness can happen. So if it depends on our program, but if it's housing that a young family needs, we have steps on our website that walk folks through how to do this. But really getting on the CHA waiting list for housing, we pull from that list of folks that are needing that, and part of the coordinated entry system in Chicago of getting your name on a list. Because of course, unfortunately, the demand for housing is a lot greater than a number of units that are available. And so you have to get on a waiting list for that in order to, and we pull from that when we have an apartment that's available. Our other programs, though, any young mom can go, like Jordin, can go to our website, newmoms.org, and you can find easy information there. You can call one of our intake specialists. Will work with them and help figure out what it is that they need and how to get connected to the program.
Fantastic. So with the job program, so how do young ladies find out about it? So they go to the website to find out about the job program. They call you guys up. And is there a long waiting list? What's the deal with the job
Sometimes
placement?
we have a little waiting list, but not usually too long. We usually get folks in pretty quickly. Oftentimes people find out about us like Jordin did from another organization or from maybe their physician or the WIC office or lots of different other social service agencies. We try to do a lot of outreach in the community. We've had some ads on CTA buses and that sort of thing, really trying to share the news. You saw that? Yep. Share the news about it that way. And folks can call and say, here's what I need, and one of our team members will help them figure out what it is that they need and get them connected as soon as possible with the service. So we have new cohorts of new folks that start in our job training program, for example, almost every month. And so usually we can get folks started pretty quickly.
And then how long do people stay in the program?
16 weeks.
16 weeks?
16 weeks. The job training program is 16 weeks.
And your goal is to get a permanent job by the end of your 16 weeks.
Okay, so while you're here making candles and learning how to do a myriad of things, I know you guys do shipping and receiving, you write orders, you do all those kind of things that you learn. Then from there you apply for other employment.
Yes. In our 8 weeks, we start a program called UJob, so that we apply for jobs and we get our resume built, cover letters, and we just get jobs from there. That's how I got a permanent job the first time, but it didn't work out, so I came back. So are you all encouraged to go back to school too, or to continue school? It's a GED program in here for people who didn't get their high school diploma. Okay. It's mandatory on Mondays for you to do GED classes. So it's mandatory on Mondays to get GED. Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And then we have another program we call the academic coaching that supports young moms who are engaged in associate degree or long-term certification programs. We're running a pilot program there now, which is really focusing on young moms who are working towards, higher education to help them build their careers as well. But it's not uncommon, like Jordin mentioned, for young moms to be engaged in both school and work at the same time as they're thinking about their own career paths and what they're building towards the future.
So do you all have a component in place to help a mom with babysitting? Do you all have babysitting?
So
Childcare.
Childcare, yeah. We
Childcare.
don't operate a childcare center, but we do have lots of partners in the community and places, because it's hard to you can't go to work or school or do any of those things without childcare. So helping young moms figure out, locate childcare and navigate that system is one of the most important things we do on the front end in order to be able to even start the job training program.
So most of the young moms that do come to you, they're either pregnant or how old do their child have to be?
Yeah, we really focus in on mom's age, and so the children can be any age. So anywhere from, for somebody who's pregnant to probably in the upper end, we see just a few kids that are maybe early elementary school. But lots of times we have a lot of babies, toddlers. Kingston's a good example at one,
It's
that
a
kind of
4-month-old
age.
too.
Say it again.
Well, one of the girls have a 4-month-old.
A 4-month, yep, somebody else has a 4-month-old. Very common to have lots of infants and toddlers are kind of the common age.
That's
of kids.
great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So I'm sure there's a lot of parents right now looking and saying, wow, I need to get my daughter, my granddaughter over there. So this kind of gives them some self-esteem,
Yeah.
right? And make them feel good about themselves and give them an opportunity to learn how to deal in a professional environment.
Yeah,
Right.
I think one of the most important things we do, which is really, it's hard to measure in the same way that you can measure like getting jobs or that sort of thing, but it's confidence building.
Right.
Right. So having a chance to actually get to, see your accomplishments in place, getting a job for the first time, getting to practice that, seeing how good you are at it, and that you can do it, building that confidence both in a work setting, but also in a parenting setting, recognizing like how great of a mom you are, and that you're super important to your child, and then what a great job you're doing. I think the recognition of that and the building of that confidence helps young moms then be able to go tackle some of their bigger goals and dreams. Would you say that's true?
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
What have you learned about yourself?
That I'm a very good person.
Yeah.
And I actually do have patience, and I do have a good attitude, because everybody else tell me, you have a bad attitude, but like Natisha told me, you don't have a bad attitude, she just really coached me into knowing like, you're an amazing person, don't let nobody else tell you that you're not. She helped me. I love Natisha.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of support here.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I think those relationships that you build, that like some of our team build with participants as they're coaching, is really important.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the reason why we connected
Yeah.
is because you moved over
Yes.
here.
Yes.
And this is a new
New to us facility.
new facility for you. So
Yeah.
tell us where you moved from, and then where you moved to, and why you moved here, and how does that affect your mission?
Yeah.
It's a
Yep.
bigger space.
It's a bigger space. Yes, we needed more space because we're growing, which is great. So we have a couple locations, but this location, which houses our job training team and Bright Endeavors, the candle company, we were in a location in also in East Garfield Park, but kind of in near Lake and Pulaski, and we were just busting at the seams and needed more space. And so we were fortunate to find this facility to be able to move into. It's more than twice the size.
And it's safer too.
It's got lots of better features to it along the way. Frankly, it's hard to run a growing business if you don't have enough space for it. And so, we needed that in order to be able to grow and serve more young moms and to be able to navigate that all. So we moved in August, and we kind of exploded into the new space, and it's been great. The team's been really rocking it here, and it's given us more room for not just the job training program, but also some of the business aspects like warehousing goods and products and being ready to ship. And as we grow as a business, and if we want to do, we're doing business nationally, and we need to have the space in order to like warehouse things along the way and buy in massive quantities of things like wax and wicks and that sort of thing. So the space has allowed us to do that, which is great. And ultimately, we're hoping to be able to grow our job training program by about 30% over the next 3 years. And so we're excited to be able to do that here.
So do you have a lot of alum that come back?
We do have a lot of alumni. Yeah, we do. One of the things I wish we could do is I wish we had the resources to be able to track everybody for like those 40 years, Right. And so we hear stories, but sometimes they're more anecdotally from the years ago. But we have thousands of young moms that over the 40 years have graduated from our programs and come back, and we hear their stories from a lot of them. Jordin will be one soon.
Right.
Yeah.
So I came to your grand opening.
Yeah.
Tons of people were here. I mean, a lot of people really feel this organization, really care about it, and they were so excited to see your new digs.
Yeah. Yep.
Now you have a lot more space to warehouse space, but also you have loading space.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Loading decks.
Easier loading and unloading, and you can have several trucks or vans
Right.
to come and deliver and pick up and all of those things, so it's much easier. But also, you took everyone on a tour,
Yeah.
right? And you walk everyone on a tour. You didn't. Some of the other ladies who work here does. And from what I understand, I met several young ladies who started like you did, and now they're in charge, right? They're large and in charge, right? And they are mentoring other women, right? So they're playing it forward. And showing other women how to do it. So why don't you walk us through when people walk in here and what everybody does,
Sure.
how everything starts,
Yep.
what everybody have to do to be involved here.
Sure. Yep. We've got a couple different key spaces as part of this facility. One is a classroom, which is where some of the training portion of our job training program happens. And so that's where everything from thinking about those professional skills that you develop. Our program is really all built around brain and behavioral science. And so we're also thinking a lot about executive skills, like those executive functioning skills that we all need to, we all have strengths and struggles in and need to be successful. And so we do a lot of training and support around those. So we have a classroom for that. We've got a big production floor area that has both some storage facility area for storing products before we use them and then after they're made, that are going to get shipped out to to stores and warehouses across the country. And the production floor, where we have a couple key areas. We've got a pouring area where our production assistants are pouring candles, and they're measuring and getting using the recipes. You're a pourer in that department, and so getting those recipes right and making sure that the candles are poured perfectly. Candles take a little while to dry, and then we have a finishing area where young moms who work in the finishing department are cleaning, checking, making sure quality control, making sure that we're producing great, consistent quality products. And then we have a shipping area, which is where products get shipped out. So if you buy a candle online on the website and we send it to your home, or if we're getting ready to send a big order to a store that's going to sell them, it's a wholesale order that we're going to send, we have a shipping team that works on that and getting those products ready to go. We've got a little room here at our location where we have our inventory as well too, so that folks that are local that are part of the New Moms community can shop there, and then we've got some office space too, because we've got a lot of back end work of sales and marketing and all the training pieces as well. So the space gives us room for all of those things, which is awesome.
So do the new moms get involved with sales and marketing and all of those things?
Our new moms are all production assistants are on a team of pouring or finishing or shipping, and then everybody's got some involvement in some of the marketing and helping us craft good images and marketing materials for folks along the way. And then sales, sometimes, especially during the holidays, we'll do some pop-up shops or off-site sales events, and oftentimes our production assistants, which is what we call our young moms who are working here, they'll go and help. I don't know if you've done any off-site sales, but go and help do some sales with our teams in places too, and then they can really talk about the products and help to sell those.
Fantastic. So they actually learn how to make the different smells happen, huh?
Yeah, you want to talk about that? How do you do it?
So like the different scents of the candles thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we have recipe cards, and it basically goes off of how much scent you use, how much wax you use. We have Chicago candles, that's the scent. We have lavender spring, fresh bouquet, sugar grapefruit, and so forth. It really, I don't know, the scents are kind of crazy. I'm so used to them. It's like, I don't really, but if I have a favorite scent actually, it's lemongrass lime and lemon tea. So I like the fresh scents, not the really
The
strong
lemony
scents.
ones, like the citrusy scents.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Like not cedar and tobacco, I can't do.
You don't like that one?
Mm-mm.
The funny thing about candles we have learned is that everybody has strong preferences about scents that they like. And
Is
so
that
we have a
right?
whole array of different types, right? We've got citrusy, we've got floral, we've got like woodsy or herbal scents, this whole range, because everybody has something that they love and something that they hate in candle scents.
So is it only candles that you make, and then are there several different type of candles that you make?
Yes, there's multiple
diffusers.
different kinds. And we also do reed diffusers also, yep, which you don't have to burn then. So those are great for places where you can't burn a candle.
Re-diffusers.
Yep, where you have a bottle of scent and then the reeds that stick
the
in it. And
liquid
then
in the wick.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. And then those are great for places where, if you in an office or something and you can't burn a candle, they just like emit a little bit of scent all the time, which is really
So
nice.
you all have to learn how to bottle those, pour it, seal it,
Yeah.
all of those things, put the wick in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we've got some examples here of
Sure.
different kinds of candles that we have. So this was a Chicago candle that she mentioned, which is kind of a fun nod to the
Yeah.
city, right? Great skyline
Only
view.
11 ounce.
This is an 11 ounce, that's right, and this has a really nice fresh scent to it, which is great. We have a whole line that are in colored, kind of some of the colored glasses like this. This is our Bright Lights collection. This is heirloom tomato.
Oh,
So
wow.
if you're a gardener and you really like that scent, that's a great one for this. And there's a number of
That
those different
sounds
colors.
like it'll
and
make
scents.
me hungry though.
Well, maybe. Don't eat it. These are not to be consumed. And then we have some like this that are glass, different scents. This is rose and vanilla. We have a whole range of different scents that are some with tappers or not. So a variety of different styles, sizes, different price points, anywhere from like $8 to $40 for our candles. But just depends on what people like. We have a range of tins as well, smaller ones that are great for traveling.
So the more that people buy, the more it help you with your
Absolutely.
service to young ladies.
Yep,
right?
yep, that's right. We need to sell products in order to be able to continue to grow the job training program and sustain it. And so, folks can purchase them right through our website. We do a lot of corporate gifts. So for companies, I think you bought some for some gifts. Thank you for that purchase. We appreciate that. If you purchase those, corporations that want to use them as like holiday gifts or that sort of thing for their company, for their customers, we love doing that. And then we sell wholesale to other businesses. So you can find our candles in most of the Whole Food stores throughout the Midwest region,
Really?
which
Whole
is great.
Food? That's
Yep.
big.
That is big. That's a big customer for us.
Right.
And lots of little boutiques and stores across the country that
Really?
purchase them as well too. So we're always looking for new customers there. Or you can order direct on our website, which is brightendeavors.org, and folks can order directly there and just have them shipped to your home like you would order from any other business.
So how many young ladies come through here in a period of time? So like right now you're here. How long will how long have you been here, and how long will you be here before you graduate, and or I guess it's until you find a permanent job somewhere else? Or can you tell me about that?
I've been here, it's my sixth or seventh week. So I have about 8 more weeks left here.
And so what is your goal?
My goal is to be in school by the time I'm done and have a job, a
To
permanent
be in
job.
college?
Yeah. I want to be a pharmacist tech.
Okay. So
So-
you're already working with chemicals, right?
Yeah,
that's
so they're helping me get into school and then finding a job also.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Which is great. We need pharmacy techs. That's a great thing.
So how are they helping you get in school?
Helping me with my application, FAFSA, and calling the schools to see what's going on, seeing when the semester starts and everything. They basically do everything they just tell me, and I just do it.
Help coach you through the process.
Yeah.
That's
That's
good.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can be pretty intimidating otherwise, right?
I need one of those. I need somebody to do
Good
that for
coach,
me.
yeah.
The coaches basically do everything. They just give us the information.
Well, my wife kind of do that for me. So.
Oh, she's your coach?
Yeah, she's my coach.
We all need a guide, right? It's like somebody who might know what to do and then
That's
tell
right.
you, like, here's how you can do this, right? You're doing the work, but
Yeah.
somebody else is just helping coach you alongside. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
is
Yeah, that's great. So you plan on being a pharmacist. So that program goes, what, is a 2-year program or
10 months.
10
Pharmacy
months
tech is 10
program?
months. Yeah.
Okay.
Malcolm
This
X.
time next year, you
Malcolm
can be
X
one.
has some
Yes.
great programs.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So you're looking at your FAFSA for Malcolm X. Yeah, Malcolm X is great. It's in our ward.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if we can help you, let us know.
Okay.
Yeah, but Malcolm X is aggressively always looking for new students. You know, these colleges kind of compete against each other.
Yeah.
And the city colleges, so they all want to have more attendance than the other ones,
Yeah.
right? But they have some great programs there. So
Yeah.
that's very
And some nice
good.
facilities. Some nice
Yes, and
facilities, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So that's 6 weeks. You say you got 4 more weeks or 8 more weeks?
Yeah.
8 more.
8 more
Probably
weeks?
8 to
Probably
10 more.
about-
Yeah.
yeah.
It's 16 weeks total, so yeah, probably 10 more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's going to school. Regularly, you try to help the young ladies to get a job.
Yeah, absolutely. But Jordin's story is not unique. That often part of what folks are doing when they're here at the job training program is thinking about their career path, right? So not just let's get a job, that's really important, but also what's the career path and what kind of education do I need? So it's not just get a job, but like you said, Jordin, you want to be a pharmacy tech. So like, okay, what do I need to do? What's the school? What else do I need to do? And then it's not uncommon that folks end up both going to school and work at the same time as they're coming out of it. But typically the reason a young mom comes to our job training program is that she's having trouble either getting or keeping kind of a first job, right? And so feeling really motivated to support their child and do this, but also just needs a little bit of a boost there. And so what we're able to do is help them think about what's your long range goal, what are your hopes, what are your dreams there, and then how do we help you along the way towards that. So your story is not at all unique in that, and that's exactly what we should be doing, here. So that's not uncommon in that case, and we serve about 100 moms a year in our job training program overall. So. And then in our other programs at New Moms, we serve another couple hundred throughout. And sometimes folks are in multiple programs and, doing
So
that.
do most of the young ladies who live in your facilities, are they part of this program?
They all are able to be, and a number of them do. Yeah, over
But
half
they
of
don't
our
have
moms.
to be?
They don't have to be. Yep. Everybody, think of New Moms as kind of having a menu of services. So it's not just one pathway through that everybody has to live here, do a certain thing. There's a lot of options, and it's really about what a young mom wants and what she chooses to use. But about half of our residents in our housing program also take advantage of our job training program.
So do you have relationships with other employers?
Yes.
For them to be able to be placed?
Yep, we do, and we're always looking for more relationships with employers that have opportunities, because we can, we have young moms like Jordin who have gone through this that we know are ready, that have the skills, that are motivated, they are ready for it, which in this hiring environment employers really want, and we've got graduates and that are ready to go, and so we love to have those relationships with employers that we can be kind of a pipeline of candidates that they can interview then for positions.
Fantastic. So through the job training program, you treat them as though they're regular employees.
Yes,
You have
and they are regular.
You have
yeah.
the same expectations of being on time,
Yep.
Yeah.
right? Paying attention, don't take your break too long,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff, right?
We get
But-
broken. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
We get broken commitments.
Broken commitments?
Yes.
If you do that,
If we mess up something, like
yep.
if we're late from lunch, or we on our phones or anything, like a regular job, we get broken commitments. We get up to 100 points. We start off with 100 points, and if we lose all of those points, then they dismiss us like a regular
and
job.
you gotta take a
does.
pause. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's
Yeah.
tough love, huh?
That's right. Well, you can take a pause. It doesn't mean you can't come back later, but it does mean you get a pause. So it's holding that line of like having expectations and really modeling a real work
Yeah.
environment,
Well,
along with
parents.
some
Condo
support
shows
and some
all kinds of
coaching along
stuff.
the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good. So do all of them get opportunity to, so I know just being here, you get an opportunity to work with everybody else, so you get to have communication skills with other employees that's in the job training program, but you also get some opportunities to deal with folks outside of here. periodically, like if you were selling or
Customers or folks that are
customers?
visiting. Yeah.
Yeah,
You get a lot
yeah.
of exposure to those things too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can build a pretty good network. I think one of the things I've seen is, our young moms that are working at Bright Nevers, like they form a team, right? You were a team lead, so you've led that team and been part of that. And so I think the communication skills that builds, but also the support that it is to have going through this with other young moms, because there's a certain nuance. Any working parent knows there's some nuances to navigating that in the world and how you do, and we can talk explicitly about those and how do you navigate being a mom in the workplace, and how do we think about the challenges that come with being a working parent, like what do you do when your kid gets sick? How do we navigate that, right? You gotta have a backup plan for childcare, or if childcare, certainly in the pandemic times, childcare has been really difficult to navigate and to find childcare that doesn't, suddenly it closes for a week. Well, your job doesn't close for the week.
That's right.
What are you gonna do, right? So helping young moms to think about, these are the scenarios, how do we prepare for those? How do we navigate it? And because we're just young moms, we can think about that and talk about it really explicitly, which is kind of one of the neat nuances of being a program focused on a specific population.
So do you have to mentor or teach other young moms that come in after you?
When you were a team lead, were you helping with
Oh, yeah.
train new participants?
Yeah.
Yep.
I train a lot. Like,
The
I
next
just
cohort
trained-
that comes
yeah.
in? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
just trained yesterday, so.
So that's a leadership quality.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's pretty good. A lot of folks don't get those opportunities with jobs.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just do their job and don't worry about anyone else.
Yeah.
So that's a good
I
quality to
trained
have.
some of the new staff members.
Okay.
So not just the production assistants, but like the real
Or do mom staff?
new mom staff.
Right?
I've trained them.
You become the expert in candle making, and so
Yeah.
you have to help train everybody in it
Yeah.
because you become the expert.
So pouring the wax, that sounds like, somewhat scary to me, right? Pouring wax. Is that,
Yeah, it's really
it could be, it's really hot.
Yeah.
And it could be dangerous, huh? So you have to really pay attention.
Safety.
Yes.
Safety and be on your P's and Q's to do that, right?
Yeah.
So you have certain methods and things you have to follow in order to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Some safety procedures and protocols. Yeah.
Were you afraid when you first had to do it?
No.
No? Okay. That's right. You come from the low end. I forgot.
Yeah.
And we learn that you can usually fix mistakes, right? That's one of the things I love about candles is that, like, if we mess it up, you can
Send
usually
it to the
fix it.
hospital.
There's a way. I think there's a candle hospital that, like, that's right. We have a little area
Yeah,
called the
the
candle
candle
hospital, which is where we can fix our mistakes, because that's what we
Yeah.
learn too. Is how do we do that? How do we navigate it? We can, and that's great.
So do any of you all get an opportunity to be creative, to create some new
Yeah.
things?
I don't know. Have you thought about how you've been creative in this job?
Like changing things that we do, like during our our post shifts and pre shifts.
Yeah. Making changes to things to make them
Yeah.
work better. Yep. Yeah. Well, and we, periodically will make new products, new candle products, new scents, new designs, that sort of thing. And so feedback on those processes that usually involves everybody,
Yeah.
right? And testing things out and giving feedback as we try to refine.
Oh, yeah, like
the
doing the
offer.
samples and stuff for the new scents or a new vessel or something.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. Testing out samples, that sort of thing. Yeah.
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 That's great. So tell me, New Endeavors, Bright Endeavors and New Moms is a not-for-profit organization?
we are.
Okay,
Yep.
so you all take donations?
We do. We rely heavily on donations from the community. This is important community work, and it's supported by the community, and that's how we get to keep going and keep doing this work.
So this is not-for-profit, which means that all of the profit that you make off of this goes back into the program.
Goes right back into the program. That's right. So all the proceeds and the profit from the candles that we sell goes right back in to support the job training program. So it's a way for us to earn some income to help support that program, and that supplements alongside donations that we get in order to keep it all going.
So how could people donate to you?
Yeah, you can go to newmoms.org. It's real easy. There's a big donate button. We would love to have gifts that help support our work, because as a nonprofit, they're tax deductible. But people also can support us by buying candles. That's
buy
great.
candles, right?
Absolutely. Yep. brightendeavors.org is our candle company website, and you can check those out there or check us out in a store.
So in the store it has Bright Endeavors on
It
the
does. It'll say
candles?
Bright Endeavors. Yep. You'll see them on on our logos, on our places, on any of the candles that we have. You'll see our logo, and or you can just order direct from us on the website.
That's
Yeah.
great, fantastic. So this is fantastic, man. I mean, you can come here, you can get training, you can get mentorship, you can get social support,
Yes.
you can get support for your child, you can possibly get an apartment if you need it, right?
You can get everything,
and you can, you know, get help getting in school and also help getting a job.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great, and pick up a whole bunch of skills
Yes.
and become very marketable.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So have you shared this with any of your friends?
Yes.
Yes?
My cousin, she's a production assistant also.
She's here too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right,
And
that's
a lot
good.
of my other friends.
So you
Not
share.
a lot, because everybody don't have kids, but I tell everybody about it, but I forget, oh, you don't have a baby, so you can't do it.
You know what?
'Cause
Our
a lot of people
participants
be
are
wanting
the
to
yes.
come. I'm
You're
like,
the
you don't have
you're
a
the best word of
baby.
you're the best referral source for us. It's the best referral
So you
source.
don't have a baby, you can't come. Yeah, count all the, well, no, I shouldn't say count all the guys out. But anyway, that's only for moms. I think that's fantastic. So, so people can donate. Can people volunteer?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so
we
how
do.
does that work?
Yep. Same thing. Check out our website. There's a whole list of volunteer opportunities. We have volunteering both at New Moms locations and here at Bright Endeavors as well too. You know, it takes a whole community to make it happen, and so we love folks that are able to help.
So,
do it
so tell
personally.
me this. So if somebody wanted something custom made,
Yeah.
right? What if some corporation, you know, they wanted to get their candle with their logo on it or their
Yes.
own.
We've done that.
Yep, we can
design?
do that too.
Will you do that
Yep,
for
we
people?
can do that. Yep.
So you can do that?
You can, yep. We do big orders for some companies we manufacture candles under their name, and we do for smaller, for, you know, companies that want to send them to everybody that they, you know, all their clients or whatever, and they want a custom logo, we can work on that too. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so we love to have folks like that. Also helps us obviously with our mission is, you know, folks that are able to, that are looking to corporate gifting or that sort of thing. We love to have them come.
That is fantastic. I think
Yeah.
that's great. So that's a good thing. So this is a great organization. So where you? So we said that you was over here. You moved over here.
Yeah.
What's your address
ward.
here?
Yes, so we are 627 North Albany here in your ward now, in the 27th ward. And then we have 2 other locations. Our headquarters for New Moms is over on Chicago Avenue. It's 5317 West Chicago, so near Laramie as well, which is our headquarters and some of our apartments.
So can people just walk in, or how does that work?
We encourage you to call or reach out online,
Online.
because those are great ways to make sure that, I mean, we have somebody there, but we can't necessarily help instantly in that moment. But reach out, let us know what, you know, young moms, if you have a need, tell us what you need. Or if you don't even know yet, but you just know I'm a young mom and I'm in need and I need some support, we're there. You can make a phone call or submit a thing online, and we can chat with you and help figure out what it is that we can do to help.
So
They
do you all
respond
go
really
to?
quickly.
Pardon me?
They respond really
They
quickly.
respond really quickly.
Yes.
So you went online or you came in?
I went online and did it, and they responded to me like within the next couple days.
Really?
Yes.
So I'm sure that was refreshing. And then you had to come here and
Yeah,
you know,
for
you looking at-
orientation, and then we do the application, and they tell us about the job training program. We get a call that Friday, see if we're hired, and we start.
That's cool. So in job training, you get paid in job training?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, we pay for the entire job training program. So because we think this is important work and they're committed. 16 weeks is a lot of your life to donate, you know, to dedicate to something. And so we pay for that time for them, and because that's really important. And it's a real job, and you need to experience the benefits of that real job too, right?
So I know with a lot of job training programs, that's good that you get paid. You know, like I try to help folks get in job training programs, and sometimes they be like, Alderman, but I don't have bus fare to get there, right? So I have to come up with bus fare. It's
Not
like I'm
us.
sending them some, here goes some bus fare, man. Do you all do?
We do have
you give
transportation help, too.
Transportation help.
Gas cards.
Yep, we
Huh?
do.
Bus cards
You
and
get
gas
bus
cards.
cards and gas cards.
We
That's
do have
great.
transportation benefits too. We really want to reduce the barriers because this is a big step to get started in
Right,
something. So we
right.
want to reduce the barriers so somebody can get in, start getting some success under their belt, because some success yields more success. And so we got to get that flywheel going.
That's great. That's fantastic. So you get, so I mean, there's no excuse for a young lady not to
Right.
like come here,
No
right?
excuse at all.
You know what I'm saying? You can't blame it
got
on your baby,
transportation,
right?
right.
Can't blame it on no transportation. You can't even blame it on not having an education,
Right.
right? Because you're gonna get an education while you're
Right.
here. You just got to have the willpower to want to do it, and you know, and just do it, right?
Yep.
That's
yep,
great.
That's right.
and get all the support. And I'm gonna tell you, I mean, from this event, that when you had your grand opening, I saw tons of people that I know, you know, from all walks of life
Yep.
that was supporting you. There's a lot of people support this place.
Yep.
It was amazing. I was like, wow.
I think there's a lot of people who believe in the motto, believe in our young moms, believe that this is really important, and that there's a lot of power in being a parent, and the power of the impact that like Jordin is having not just in her own life, but on her son Kingston's life too. And so there's this generational impact with that, and I think that's really appealing to folks because we want to be part of really good solutions in our community that give opportunities like this. And so I think people are attracted to that.
Yeah, that's fantastic, Jordin. So, Jordin, is there anything else you want to say about the program?
I think everybody should try it out. Every young mom with a baby should try it out, whether if you're struggling or not. It's a great opportunity.
So, what if a young mom was in school? So, can they come part-time?
We
Can they come
do
after
have some
school?
young moms who are engaged in schools, or maybe the job training program isn't the right program, but something else is. There might be some other support programs too, depending on what she needs. So that's why start with us. Start with a call and let us know what it is that you need, and we'll help figure it out. Sometimes people need to do a program over break if they're in school or that sort of thing, or maybe they just need a coach to really support them in their parenting journey. Like maybe they have a job they've got a job already, but they're still maybe struggling with the parenting piece or housing piece, or there's a lot of other needs too beyond just the job, and so we often can help meet those needs too.
Great. So, what about if people want to volunteer, you said? So
Yep, newmoms.org is great. We've got a list of some volunteer opportunities there. We always have new things, and it's a great place. You can come to a volunteer orientation or reach out to us, and we can get you engaged.
So, do you have anything going on this year, like fundraisers or events?
We do. Thanks for asking. We do. We have our big 40th anniversary gala, which will be
40th anniversary.
40th
wow.
anniversary, right? So it's got to be big. It's got to be a big celebration,
Okay.
and we want to be here for another 40 years because at least as long as the work continues, we want to be here. So we have a gala on April 28th. There's information on our website. It'll be a great event celebrating the work, but also getting to support this work and getting to be part of it. So we would love to have folks.
Where would that event be?
It's going to be at the Bridgeport Arts Center.
Okay.
Yep, April 28th.
That's great.
Yes, so we would love to have folks join us for that. It's going to be a big thing.
So what if people wanted to just come and see what you all are doing here? What could they do?
Here at Bright Endeavors, yep. Reach out to us. Our contact information is on our website at newmoms.org or brightendeavors.org. Reach out, let us know their interest, and we can set it up. We're happy to do that.
There's a lot of moms who were young moms who like to support young moms.
Yep, which is great.
Yeah, which is and they probably looking for things to do. So that's good. So people can come and get involved. They can volunteer. That's good. Folks can get jobs, and then if people want to offer you jobs.
Yeah, if you're an employer and you're like, oh, I'd love to, hire some of your graduates, let us know that too. Reach out to us, and our employer specialist will reach out and connect with them, and we can talk about how to make that happen. We would love that.
Yeah, so what type of industries have you seen your young ladies go into?
Yeah, we're really, as Jordin kind of alluded to, we're really a starting place for folks as they're figuring out what kind of work they want to do. So some folks like Jordin, not uncommon to be interested in healthcare. That's a big industry. We're not a training program focused on just one industry.
Right.
It's not like everybody has to do this, but we see a lot of healthcare jobs, which are great. Sometimes manufacturing, like light manufacturing, and we're, in fact, all of our graduates have light manufacturing experience because of their work here and in this setting. We see a lot of folks go in hospitality as well, sometimes retail, depending on what they're interested in and what their long-term goals are.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So do they do, so you all do shipping and receiving too?
We do, yeah.
So do the ladies have those trucks that pick?
The forklifts.
Forklifts,
yes,
right.
Yes,
So
and now
they know how
everybody
to
gets
use-
forklift trained and
Everyone
certified
get forklift
too.
training?
Yes, forklift training. Certification in forklifting, which is great. That's like an added credential that everybody gets. That was one of the things having more space allowed us to do, was have our forklift and to be able to do that. So.
And then I know, like working at FedEx or something like that, you got to learn how to mail stuff out too, right?
Yep.
There's
Shipping.
shipping.
Labels
Yep.
and stuff.
So you know how to do labels and shipping and weights and.
Yep.
and all of those kind of things.
Yep, and we've had a number of graduates go to FedEx or UPS or some of these other, large shipping companies. So this is great training for that.
Wow, so you can just people, this is like a one-stop shop for you need a good employee, you can come here and find a young lady to work and that's on the right track.
Yeah.
That's good, because there's crazy as it is, there's so many people looking for folks to work.
Yes. Yep.
It's incredible.
Yeah. And there's a lot of partners like us that are good. It's not just New Moms. Like there's lots of other great workforce programs too that have, graduates that are anxious and ready to work and they're trained. And so there's a whole, group of other great employer partners out there that can be great resources to employers.
Well, we support you 100%. We want to do whatever we can to help you guys to continue to grow.
Thanks.
Not that I'm selfish, but I'm not that selfish. I wouldn't even care if you grew out of this space, right?
You'll help us find another one in your ward, right, to move into.
Right. But I really appreciate what you're doing. I was so excited to see, the young ladies were not shy at all when we came here. They were like, competing to talk to us about the program and tell everyone. So you all really gave them a lot of confidence. They were very confident and proud of what they're doing here and how they help other people. And it's like, it was almost like they were scientists, right? It's like they wanted to explain every aspect of the candle, and I was like, this is cool.
They know a lot.
Yeah, and all these young ladies running around, doing their thing. Yes. And so I think it's great, and doing packaging and all of those things. I think it's a myriad of things that goes on here. So again, we have to go off in a moment. I want to thank both of you all for coming on. Again, tell us the information about New Moms and how to get involved, and if you want to donate or volunteer, what to do.
Yep, you can check us out at newmoms.org, which is our website. Information there to donate, to volunteer, to get engaged, or if you're a young mom who's looking for support, it's easy access that way. And if you're interested in candles and buying our candles or just checking them out, you can't smell them through the website, but it is a nice website still. It's brightendeavors.org.
Fantastic. And do you have a message to the young women out there before you go off?
Be great. Come to New Moms, Bright Endeavors. It's a great place.
Fantastic. Thank you all very much.
Thanks
Well,
for coming.
God bless you all for what you're doing for the women. When you had your event, you could feel the spirit, right? There's a lot of love.
Yep,
There's a lot of love involved. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great organization. We're blessed to have them in our ward right now, but we're blessed to have them in the city of Chicago to help young women from all over the city. So we got to continue to help the future. The moms are the foundations of our community.
They are.
So we have to make sure the moms are good so the kids can be good, so the future can be good for all of us. So we want to make sure we help New Moms. You can look, we should have information on the screen. If you need more information about them, you can always call our office. Make sure you vote on February 28th or early. The more you vote, the better we are in the ward, the more opportunities we have to bring resources back to our ward when folks know that our community vote and we're a community that pay attention. So we appreciate all of you all. Again, I want to thank everyone for helping us to put the show together. I'd like to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching Network 27. If you look at our website, we're podcasting it. Share the podcast. Put it on your Facebook page. Put it on, it's on YouTube. Share it with other folks so other young ladies or some of your friends who are older moms, who have young moms, who want to help their young moms with their kids can be able to get help. We have a lot of resources out here in this community, in the city of Chicago, great organizations like this, and we need to help them. And those of you, who have a heart that want to help, please help this organization, because this organization is helping people, and it's not only helping moms, but it's helping children, and it's helping families. So we want to help them out. God bless you all. Thank you for watching Network 27. I'm Alderman Walter Burnett signing off. See you next month. Thank you.